Hey, how's it going, everyone? We are coming to you from the San Juans. We're going to be climbing El Diente and what is it, Mount Wilson? Yeah, I always get the Wilsons confused. And there's a bunch of sheep behind us and they're screaming for Matt. I don't know who Matt is.
But Matt's not here.
He's not here, but it should be a pretty fun weekend. The air is really nice and cool this afternoon. Monsoon storm came through, I believe it was Thursday night. It's Saturday now, kind of extended into this morning. But it's really quiet out here. Feels like we're completely alone at the moment. I really love it. It's a great atmosphere and kind of a unique forest.
So we chose the Kilpacker approach just because a few years back we approached Wilson Peak from Navajo Lake, and it was honestly scary, the amount of people climbing up El Diente. I think it's the North Slopes route. Tons of rockfall. So we pretty much made the decision to do it from this direction years ago. And so far, I am loving it so much better than Navajo Lake. This is such a beautiful area.
All right, so we made it to our campsite. It was only about 2.5 miles in. It wasn't too bad, a real mild trail. It's pretty chilly out here. Yeah, it's really beautiful, and we went ahead and put our coats on because the wind is cold. And we looked at where we're camped at, and it is a fungi paradise around here. It is absolutely a healthy forest. At the moment, I think it's time to eat some dinner. All right, we're tucked in and well fed and ready to climb these 2 mountains tomorrow, so good night. Well, good morning. It's about sorry, I'm swallowing a Pop-Tart. It's about 5:15. We woke up at 2:30. Been hiking for about, probably about 2 miles or so. We're looking at El Diente right now. Just kind of negotiating this steep talus field. We're making our way. We decided against doing the traverse, so we're just gonna hit up Wilson first, drop down, and then ascend El Diente, and then go back down to the campsite. pretty close to Mount Wilson right now. The wind is super cold. We are bundled up, but I would probably be up there within an hour, I would say. Wow, this has to be one of the most beautiful ascents on any 14er I think I've ever been on. I'm kind of speechless at the moment. Pretty numb at the moment. It's just this really moist cold air that's just continuously blowing. It's not every day that we have to put our Gore-Tex on, but today is one of those days. Gotta keep the body heat in. At the moment, we're just trying to figure out what gully to go up. It's not super clear, but I found a pretty stable path going up near this white rock that's next to me right now, so I think that might lead to our gully. We are meandering up this gully. Our summit is in sight. Probably going to be there hopefully within the next 15 minutes. It's been pretty loose, but we're making our way. Number 54. Oh man, that was a little harder than I thought. We're up here in the nice warm sun now. Take a water break, descend, make our way over to El Diente. ascended Wilson and just kind of meandering over to El Diente at the moment. Making a pretty good time. It's about 9:30 in the morning, so I'm hoping that we can hit El Diente by noon. That's my hope, but either way we need to be getting down by noon.
So we're most of the way down the boulder field, and now we just have El Diente to climb, which we met a really nice couple near the summit of Mount Wilson, and their first response was that Mount Wilson's route was a lot easier, or it was a lot more solid. So I'm hoping they were mistaken. They meant they went up the other route of El Diente, but I guess we'll see what's in store.
We've begun our initial ascent of El Diente. I'd say it's already a little bit better than Wilson. There's probably blood stains on some of the talus rock back there from busting our ankles, but this one just looks a little more direct. We are getting some cloud cover, just keeping an eye on that. We'll see how it goes.
All right, so we're getting closer to El Diente. I'm not gonna lie, this was mentally hard to push myself to get this one, but I don't exactly want to drive 8 hours out here. And as far as what Jonathan said about our decision not to do the traverse, we just heard a pretty major rock slide coming from that area, so we're pretty happy with our decision, needless to say. So far the route up here, it's just loose talus, tedious stuff, but nothing too bad. See you at the summit. Hey guys, so we made it to the summit of El Diente, and it was a lot harder and scarier than Mount Wilson. There are some like really creepy traverses that we still have to go back on. I would say this one is underrated. It scared me more than Little Bear, Snowmass, and South Maroon. So yeah, what'd you think, Jonathan?
Yeah, it was definitely scarier than those three. All right, so we made it down to a safe spot. I can say this was highly underrated. I was not expecting to have that much exposure, steepness, looseness. I mean, yeah, I would say that was probably a little more terrifying than most of the 14ers have climbed. So, but hey, you know, we're in a safe area. We're gonna descend, and then we're just gonna go to bed and sleep in.
So we're finally back down from the horrible scree slope that leads to the route that we took today, and we're super tired. We successfully did Mount Wilson and El Diente in one day separately. Crazy.
With like what? It was like 2,000 feet descent from, or like ascent, descent, ascent, descent.
It was hard.
I don't want to do it again.
El Diente. You were a serious danger noodle.
Oh.
Danger noodle. Hey guys, so just some thoughts on what we did today. First thought is it was really hard. I mean, I can see why most people do the traverse and very few climb these mountains individually. Second thought, Mount Wilson southwest slopes was definitely the easier of the two routes. You know, I actually thought route finding was a bit more challenging, being that there's not really a trail or cairns, and I didn't think exposure was too high. There was like one moment where we had to slip up with some loose rocks, but overall the route was pretty stable. El Diente, on the other hand, is an extremely loose mountain. I think no matter which way you climb it from, We heard probably about 4 instances of rock slides, one on the traverse, and then 2 going up the gully before you get to the ridge, the final ridge to the summit. The 2 that we witnessed were caused by climbers going up the right side of the gully. The rockfall was pretty impressive, so we preemptively chose the left side and found it pretty stable, but then again we climb like sloths. So and then the last incident, we don't even know where it came from. We just heard rockfall, shouting, sounded like it was from below us. There's a party of people kind of hanging out there, so yeah, not really sure what was going on with that, but it was concerning to say the least. Anyway, these mountains are definitely doable by themselves, but just be prepared for a long, epic day. Lots of vertical gain and loss, and very sore feet from all the talus, whatever you call it. It must be crossed for miles. We hope you enjoyed our video, and yeah, get out there and have fun.